NelsonJoypad.com bring you another original. It's fucking great.
Hello and welcome to Mouse and Joypad's continuing coverage of E3 2016. I am Scott Davidson and we're going to cover the Microsoft conference. Now, Microsoft started it by saying that they're announcing the Xbox One S, which is a smaller Xbox One. It's going to be more powerful, it's going to have 4K HDR gaming, and it is going to be $299, so it's actually a pretty reasonable price tag. Now we're told that it will have up to 2 terabytes of space and will be 40% smaller than the OG Xbox One. Microsoft then moved on to their Play Anywhere program. This was a recurring theme. The Play Anywhere program will basically mean that if you buy a game on Xbox One or Windows 10 and it has this feature, you can buy it once and you can play it on any device, Xbox or, well, Windows 10, so not any device, but you only have to buy it once. You can share all of your progress is saved, all of your achievements. You can put down the controller of your Xbox One, go downstairs, go onto your PC on your Windows 10, and you'll have access to it. They then showed us Gears of War 4, which is a Play Anywhere title. The gameplay looked really good. It was co-op gameplay that we saw. There were some new weapons. There was not quite destructible environments as such, but destructible cover. Environmental damages. It looks like it's going to be a bit more dynamic than Gears tends to be with the basic cover shooter. And on to the next page. And of course that is coming out on October 11th. They did also show us the Xbox One Elite controller for Gears. It's, looks cool. We then, without missing a beat, moved on to Killer Instinct, where we were told that General Ram from the Gears of War franchise is going to be making an appearance, and you can play that for free this weekend. We then moved on to Forza Horizon 3. Now we saw cross-play in progress, 4-player campaign mode. It was the world gameplay premiere. There were different road surfaces. We're told that this is going to be the biggest open world that Forza have ever created. We're told that it's meant to be instant co-op if you're going to join someone's session, and it looked pretty seamless at the conference. We then got to see some of the companions for ReCore. There were a number of them that we saw. It looks like they're all going to have different abilities. It does look like you'll have to use some at specific points for those abilities. We saw it was a spider-like robot launching the character to safety. That, I think, is maybe going to be more of a set piece, but, we never know. Square Enix then came to the stage and they showed us Final Fantasy 15. Now they showed us the Trial of Titan. They were showcasing the gameplay, the actual battle mechanics. Now it was real time, it looks really quite fluid, it looks quite dynamic, there are skills involved. It looks like it's kind of going more towards the, I don't want to say hack and slash, but it's definitely going further towards the Devil May Cry approach to combat. It did look quite good. When the character was wounded, he was slow, he was gripping his side, he was kind of sluggish. So it looks like there's going to be quite a lot of depth in there. And of course, it's Final Fantasy and it does look spectacular. Now, Final Fantasy 15 is coming out on September 30th this year, so that's one to pay attention to. And then we went on to The Division, where we saw the Underground expansion. Now we're told that this is going to be essentially a randomly generated dungeon of sorts. Not a lot was shown there. It was a trailer, it looked cool, it was Ubisoft, it was polished, so we'll find out more, I suppose. We then moved on to Battlefield 1. DICE came out, it was what we saw at the EA conference, so it's no real surprise there. We are getting some upgrades, or new features rather, to the Xbox Live system. Now we're told that the new features that are going to be included are background music, you can choose your preferred language, so you can regionalise your gameplay, and Cortana is going to be coming to every Windows device, so that's something to look forward to. The 3 new features that are actually going to be coming to Xbox Live are clubs, which are player-created communities, looking for group, which is apparently the simplest and easy way to find like-minded gamers, and arena, which allows you to discover, register, sign up and compete in tournament gameplay. And then we of course had the obligatory Minecraft section of the conference. They were talking about the friendly update. This is going to include realms. Now what this will allow players of Minecraft to do is play in another player's world even when they are not online. So it looks like it's going to be a shared community. Now Realms is available on the Pocket devices, so mobile and tablet, this fall, and it's going to come to consoles next year. And Microsoft are making customizable controllers, not in any sense of actual practicality, but you can pick your colour scheme, design it, they'll build it, and you have your own unique controller. There are apparently 8 million combinations, and you know, if you're into that sort of thing, if you want a bit of personalisation, if you want a bit of uniqueness, then that might be something that you look into further down the line. ID at Xbox had a very good showing. They showcased a lot of games, like a lot of games. I'm not even going to go through them all. The standout, which will be coming to the early access or the preview program, is a game called We Happy Few. Now this kind of looks like, the aesthetic of it kind of looks like a cross between Dishonored and Bioshock. It looks like a very interesting concept, and I'm really kind of excited to see it in full action. And that's going to be coming July 26th. CD Projekt Red then came out and told us something that we already suspected. They are turning Gwent, the card game from the Witcher series, into its own standalone game. We've been told that there'll be craft modes. You can go on to playgwent.com to sign up for the beta, and that is going to be available on September 1st on Xbox One. We then had, it was a little snippet of Tekken 7. It showcased a bit of the narrative, and then it went into an actual fight. It did transition pretty seamlessly. I don't know if the real game is going to do this, but it is a talking point that they said, and that is going to come early 2017, so you don't have too long to wait. And we then saw it was a little snippet of Dead Rising 4, played over a Christmas, a lovely little Christmas jaunty. It was the usual wackiness of Dead Rising. You can't go far wrong. And that's coming to Xbox One and PC this holiday. And then we saw Scalebound in quite a bit of detail. It focused on co-op gameplay. There was a fight between, I think it was about 4 players and their respective dragons and this huge crab spider thing. It was a staged boss fight. You go through the first section, you think it's dead, and then it comes back. It did look quite good. It is very pretty, and I have to say, from the dialogue that we heard during the cutscenes, and even the gameplay in itself, it does look like it's got a sense of humour about it. I like that. It's got that sort of Dante from Devil May Cry feel. So that's something that I think gamers have been waiting for a while, and I don't think it'll disappoint from what we've seen. And then we move on to Rare. They came out to show us the world premiere gameplay of Sea of Thieves, the pirate MMO. It was a bunch of what looked like YouTubers, and they were playing the game. It looks fun, it looks silly, it looks wacky, but there are some impressive physics at play. In the trailer, one of the ships gets sunk, and you actually see it reacting to where the water's coming in, and it didn't look like a quick process, so it does look like they've made it funny, but it looks like they have paid attention to the details. We then had a little trailer for State of Decay 2. It looks nice, it looks quite polished. It's coming 2017. We didn't see a lot of graphics, but I'm sure we will before launch. And the last game that was offered was Halo Wars 2. Now, it looks very nice. It's coming out on February 21st, 2017. There is a week-long beta. As of now, it's running until the 20th. You can get that from the Xbox Store. It's the multiplayer beta. It's an open beta, completely free. I suspect that's going to be worth a look. And to wrap up the conference, Phil Spencer came back on stage to talk about Project Scorpio. Now, this has been rumoured for a while, but it's finally been confirmed. Xbox, as we know it, is going to change dramatically. This is on top of the Xbox One S. Now, the Xbox Scorpio, we're told, will go beyond generations. The amount of power that this thing has is really rather impressive. We don't have the full specs of the PS4.5 or whatever they're calling it these days, but this is the most powerful console that we have ever seen. It's going to support true 4K. It's not going to compromise on the frame rate, the hertz. It's also going to support VR, fully functioning high fidelity VR. We are told that Xbox One owners won't be left behind, but we don't have any concrete information on the titles that will be coming out for Project Scorpio and how that's actually going to relate to the Xbox One and, OG owners. But that was Microsoft's conference. It was a big one, it was a good one, and I think they've done quite well. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Make sure to check back for more E3 news. I've been Scott Davidson.